Hey there, babe.
Oh my goodness. Hi, honey. What are you doing here? I told you I was working late. Why are you out this late?
I came to pick you up and bring you home.
Were you waiting for a while? You must be freezing. It's so cold out today.
I was worried about you getting cold on your way home too, so I wanted to come home with you. Besides, the subway is always so busy at this time of night, and I know it makes you uncomfortable when it's dark out.
Still, you didn't need to come all this way.
Oh, come on, let's head home. Stop telling me I shouldn't have come to meet you. Let's get you in the car before you catch a cold. You're gonna freeze to death.
Well, thank you for coming to pick me up anyway. I appreciate it. I actually grew up without parents, as both my mom and dad were never really in my life. I never knew who my father was, and my mother left me at a children's center when I was just a baby. Even if the other kids at the center were orphans, I didn't have a great reputation among the people I knew. For the kids who were dumped at the center as babies, it was difficult to get to know much about your background and where you came from. Naturally, this meant there was a bit of a gap between kids who had been abandoned and the kids who had been orphaned. I started being bullied when I was just a child, and there was never anyone I could really lean on or consider myself close with. It made it difficult for me to open up to people, and I was always very reserved. I always stayed away from strangers and didn't find it easy to trust people. That is until my husband appeared in front of me one day. As you can imagine, since I decided to eventually marry him, he was sweet and patient with me even before we were married. He is so kind and loving. I'm very lucky. He would pick me up from work every day, even though I never asked him to, and he would always keep in touch if he had an appointment and couldn't be there for me. He was so reassuring and never made me feel like too much. I couldn't believe this guy was real. He was too perfect. If he had ever done something to betray me, I couldn't have married him. Trust is too important to me. As we spent more time together, I slowly opened up my heart to him and began letting him in. Before I knew it, we were in a relationship, and I was happier than I had ever been. Finally, he told me he wanted me to meet his family and took me to his parents' house.
Oh, there you are. My goodness, you must be freezing. It's so cold out today, isn't it?
Hi, Diana. It's lovely to meet you. And you must be Luke, right?
I am, that's right. Great to meet you. Come in, come in.
Now then, it's much too cold to be standing around in doorways. Come and make yourself comfortable.
Thank you. That's very kind.
We've heard so much about you from our son. We've been really looking forward to meeting you. He talks about you all the time and about how sensible and kind you are. You sound like a very good sort of girl.
He's flattering me. Thank you.
No need to be nervous, sweetie. I know my husband might look very stern and scary, but he's actually a big softie. He was so nervous about making a good impression.
Honey, don't tell her that.
He was panicking a bit, to be honest, since we've never had a daughter ourselves. He just kept saying that he didn't know what to do with a girl. He was up all night Googling how to meet your son's girlfriend, and now he's woken up with puffy eyes. I promise he normally looks much better than this. He just wanted to make you feel welcome, and now look at him. He barely even slept. Those dark circles are a new feature of his since he had a bad night yesterday.
Honey, please don't tell her that. She doesn't need to know.
Look at you, getting all embarrassed. I guess even a grown man can feel anxious sometimes. There's no reason to feel ashamed. We didn't really know what to do, so we've prepared a bit of everything to make you feel welcome. Please don't feel nervous. Just sit yourself down and make yourself at home.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that.
Oh my goodness. Honey, did you hear that? She called me ma'am. Wow, what a polite young woman. You just don't get that kind of respect anymore these days, I swear.
Honey, please stop squeezing my arm like that. It hurts. You're stronger than you look, you know?
Oh, you have no idea how much I always wanted to have a daughter. I'm so excited about all this. It's tough work raising any child, but I have no experience of being a man. It made it tricky to know what to do with Adam at times. You have no idea how happy I am to have a beautiful young woman like you joining our family. A new daughter. So fun.
Did you just call me your daughter?
Of course. You know, I had a difficult time being pregnant and I was very weak after I gave birth to Adam. I was ill for quite some time. I never even dreamed about being able to have a little girl. My doctor advised me not to risk having any more children. It made me so jealous to see my friends with their little girls.
Oh my goodness.
I just wanted to have a baby girl that could come with me when I went shopping, and we could go to the salon and get her hair done together. I mean, I knew that if I did have a daughter that we would end up fighting sometimes. All kids reach an age where they complain and whine about anything and everything. Still, it was all I ever wanted.
I see.
Adam mentioned to us that your parents were never really a part of your life, and you grew up in a children's center. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. I don't want you to feel pressured by any of this, and I don't mean to embarrass you.
No, not at all. I don't mind talking about it, don't worry.
Still, I'm very serious about wanting you to feel like a real part of our family. I just want you to be able to feel a parent's love and know that you're valued and cherished, that's all. Of course, I don't know if you ever felt like you were missing any of that, growing up without your mom and dad. I also appreciate that my husband and I could never be a replacement for your own parents, wherever they are. But we're going to do our best to help fill any gaps in your life. Let's just get to know each other gradually, and I hope that you will feel welcome and loved by our family.
Thank you, ma'am. That's very kind of you to say. I was really shocked after meeting my future parents-in-law for the first time. I could never have imagined they would be so friendly and kind. It was the first time I had experienced an adult being so open and loving, and it was an amazing feeling. It felt like the first time a kid tastes candy, exciting and warm. Adam had done the work to help me start opening myself up to people, starting to melt the huge walls of ice I had built over time. The warm welcome from his mom and dad helped to melt what was left, and I was excited to get to know them better. I was a little bit concerned that she might have been pretending to want a daughter-in-law like me. Then again, she seemed genuine in her excitement, and I was glad she liked me. And it was true. As I got to know her better, she continued to treat me as if I really was her own daughter, not just her son's girlfriend. Every time she cooked a big meal, she would make sure to serve me first and give me generous portions. She even bought me some beautiful clothes every so often and stayed in touch with me regularly to make sure I was doing well. I visited my future in-laws often after that first meeting. I was never very good at talking to adults, and I worried about offending them. It made me a bit flustered and overwhelmed in the beginning, and there were a few times when I didn't know how to act around them. It got easier, though, because they were never anything but kind and friendly to me. The sparkle in their eyes was so bright, and it felt like it was reassuring me that it didn't matter if I made a mistake or was struggling. They told me often that they would never be offended by anything I did, and they understood this could be hard for me. Eventually, I felt comfortable enough being around them all that we decided to start wedding preparations. My future in-laws were a huge help, and they did a lot to get us organized. I already had a lot of furniture of my own from living independently, so I brought that with me and we started getting ourselves settled together. My mother-in-law had inherited an apartment, and I did offer to pay rent so Adam and I could move in together after the wedding. She wouldn't accept it, though, and told me that she'd been keeping it empty ever since Adam started talking about getting married. I can't even put into words how grateful I was when she told me that. Our wedding went perfectly, and it was the best day of my life by far. After we were married, though, my new husband started to change and acted differently than how I had expected.
Hey, your husband just got home from work. Why aren't you standing waiting to greet him?
I'm so sorry, honey. I just put some food in the pan and the stove started freaking out. There was a bit of a fire. I was just trying to get it under control.
Did I ask you for an excuse? Why does the house look like such a pigsty? What the hell have you been doing all day that meant it to become such a mess in here?
What do you mean the place is a pigsty? I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. Things look fine to me.
What do you mean? It looks fine to you? Are we even looking at the same place? The TV's turned on a weird angle like someone knocked it, and the shoe closet is a disaster. There's sneakers all over the floor.
Well, babe, you just came in. I think the shoes falling out of the closet must have been from when you put yours away. Everything was clean and tidy until a moment ago. This really isn't a big deal. I can tidy things up in just a minute.
Stop giving excuses. I told you to quit your job if you weren't going to have time to stay on top of the housework, and you said you could manage both. Whether or not you have the time, it is your responsibility to do the cooking and cleaning. You just need to prioritize better. Are you incompetent or something? Why is this so difficult for you?
What are you talking about? You think I'm incompetent? That's just rude. Have you got everything off your chest, or will you keep going?
Yes, you are an incompetent wife. I could be doing a better job of keeping the house clean than you. This shouldn't be a man's job. As a woman, you should be responsible for the chores and the housework, and somehow you just can't do it. And now you're setting fire to food? Are you really so bad at cooking that you can't even make dinner? Oh my god, this is disgusting anyway. It's completely burned. Couldn't you just have made some burgers or something? If whatever this is meant to be was too difficult? Oh, it is so bland and tasteless. How can you be comfortable feeding your husband this kind of trash? I can't even tell you what it's meant to be, it's so burned. Are you trying to poison me or something?
What? Is it really that bad? I thought I managed to save it. I tasted it a few times while I was cooking and it seemed fine to me.
I would literally rather eat dog food than this. It is completely inedible. Who taught you to cook like this? Did they want you to never eat anything good? Oh, wait. I guess you never had anyone to teach you, did you?
What the hell are you talking about?
I know that you're doing this on purpose. You must be pretending not to know anything so people won't ask you to do your job properly. You can't cook. You can't clean. You don't even make an effort to meet your husband at the door. You just grew up without learning any of the skills you need to be a good wife, and now you're not bothering to learn them as an adult. I'm right, aren't I? You never had a mom to teach you how to cook for your husband, and now I'm stuck with this mess.
Oh my god, can you just leave it? Why are you getting so mad at me?
No, I won't leave it. I'm sure when you were a kid you got away with being bad at everything because you were small and cute. I thought I could do you a favor, marrying you and giving you the supportive parents you never had. I wanted to make your life better for you. Now I can see that you don't even want to learn how to be good to me, and you can't even do the most basic household chores. I was hoping you would try to improve yourself as a wife for me, since I've been so kind and generous to you. Instead, I guess you're happy just to be lazy and useless.
Are you being serious? Is that how you really feel?
Do you think that I'm joking? Do you feel like the things I'm saying are wrong or unfair? I knew you didn't have any parents growing up, and I knew that I would need to give you the love and support you didn't have. I thought you would get better at giving me the same thing back after we got married, but you aren't even trying. Your job isn't that hard. Why can't you manage the chores as well?
What the hell do you think I'm doing a bad job of? Why am I such a failure to you? I've done the laundry, I've done the washing up, I've made you a hot meal for when you get home from work. What more do you want? I even prepared some little dishes with all of your favorites. I prepped everything for your dinner this morning before I went to work. I woke up early especially so I could do this for you. I always pack you a lunch to take into the office too, so that you have a home-cooked meal at lunchtime. I know you have a cafeteria at work, but this way you get something made with love and care and you don't need to wait in line for a cold sandwich. I wake up at the crack of dawn to prepare all your meals for the day and make your life a bit better and easier. What is the problem? What am I doing wrong?
Don't you think that everything you just listed is stuff that you just should be doing? You're my wife. It's kind of your job to do all of that. I go out and I earn money for us as the husband and spend my days in an office. You're the wife, so you should be at home doing the cooking and the cleaning and making sure everything is spotless. You served me a burnt plate of food for dinner, and now you want praise for it? You should be doing a better job than this. It is not good enough. This is why no one wants to marry someone with a background like yours.
Are you really blaming my upbringing for all of this? How can you even say something like that to me?
I could just as well ask you how you can treat your husband like this. You can't cook, you can't clean, you're not even very cute anymore. You're just not good enough or qualified enough to be married to a man like me. I'm not even divorcing you, and I'm letting you continue to live with me. I'm just glad I'm realizing all of this now instead of in 20 years.
What did you say? You're letting me live with you? Are you really gonna keep talking to me like I'm some kind of charity case to you?
Because you are. You seem to be proud of the fact that you've never learned how to take care of a husband and family. Why can't you look to my mom as an example and learn from her? Maybe then you would be less disappointing. She always had dinner on the table and a smile on her face when my dad got home from work. She greeted him at the door and takes his bag too. She always has been great at managing a house. Think about how hard she was working to cook and clean and raise a child. We don't even have any kids. How is it possible that you can't even keep up with her?
What the hell is wrong with you? Genuinely. What am I not doing well enough for you? What more do you want me to do, and why couldn't you have just spoken to me about it politely? Seriously, I want you to give specific examples of whatever it is that I'm doing wrong. I have no idea what you think I've done, but I know I don't deserve to have you speak to me like this. You're just being mean.
This just shows that you're as stupid as I thought, if you really don't know. You realize that if you don't sort yourself out, we're gonna get a divorce. I'm not staying with a bad wife.
What the hell? Divorce?
Yes, divorce. And remember that you have nowhere to go if we split up. You don't have any family to take you in. Do you think your mom would come looking for you even after she threw you away as a baby? Are you gonna try and find your dad with absolutely no information about him? You have nowhere to go, no real money of your own, and no one to look out for you. I've been so kind, generous, and patient with you. You should be more grateful there aren't many people in the world who would do this for you.
You need to apologize to me right now.
Are you crazy? Why the hell should I apologize to you? I haven't done anything wrong. I am the best husband you could ever hope for. You really are stupid. You should be apologizing for not doing a better job of taking care of me as you should. It's your duty to cook and clean for your husband.
Apologize for saying that right now. Why should I have to be sorry when I've been sat here listening to you yelling at me for being a bad wife? I'm the victim here. Do you think it's my fault I didn't have parents? It sounds like you're blaming me, as if this is the life I would have chosen for myself.
God, you sound so arrogant right now. Are you proud of being abandoned?
You act as though you're the ideal husband, but do you really think any woman would want to be spoken to like this? Is this attitude what makes you so out of my league? What kind of husband treats his wife like a servant? It's horrible and unfair. All you do is stamp on me and try to bring me down constantly, and I've had enough. You lied to me about the kind of man you really were, and now I'm stuck with you. Oh, my God, did you just hit me?
Now you had better be quiet. If your wife won't behave, you'll just have to give her some physical reinforcement so that she learns her lesson. It's the way of the world.
What is wrong with you? How could you do that to me?
Oh, just shut up. How dare you try to speak over your husband and tell him what to do? I guess girls that never learned anything when they were growing up just have to be taught when they're married. I'm gonna wash up after work and then I'm coming back to eat dinner. Get the table laid and make something else. I am not eating that trash again. I should have started teaching you better earlier. I've just wasted my time letting you get away with everything.
Oh my God, Eleanor, why What happened? Why are you here so late?
Diana?
Who made you cry like this? And what happened to your cheek? It's all red. Did someone hurt you? Have you been mugged? Show me who hurt my daughter and made her cry like this. I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. They had better watch out.
Diana, it was, well...
Yes, that's good. Tell me, sweetie, who was it? No, I should slow down. Just go ahead and tell me whenever you're ready, and I promise I will listen for as long as you need. Come on, come and talk to me. Oh, you poor thing, you're crying so hard you've got the hiccups.
Sorry. I didn't know where else I should go.
No, don't you worry about that. You have nothing to be sorry for. I'm glad you came to me. Take a deep breath. Everything will be okay, honey. Just take it slowly and tell me what happened. Who was it that made you cry like this? What did they do?
Well, actually, it was Adam.
What? Adam? You mean my son is the one who did this to you? No, I can't believe it.
Yes, it was him.
Where is he? I need to have a word with him right away. Doesn't he realize how precious his wife is? That crazy guy, I'm gonna kill him for this, I swear. What was he thinking?
Diana, please just calm down.
How do you expect me to calm down right now? I just found out that my son made his wife cry so hard that she had to run to her mother-in-law. Oh, your poor, beautiful face. I can't believe he would have the nerve to do something like this.
But, Diana, aren't you going to ask me anything about why he did it? Don't you think he might have had a reason?
Well, sure, I'm curious to know what the hell happened, but that is so unimportant right now. I don't even care what you did. He should never have hit you. I can't believe my son is the sort of man who would do something like this. I'm going to yell at him more than he could ever imagine. How dare he do this to you? Who the hell does he think he is?
Diana...
Tell me everything that happened. I don't want you to miss a single detail. Tell me exactly how this happened and exactly what he did. How on earth did this situation start?
Well, it was when Adam got home from work, so it must have been about 5:30. He was upset about something or other and complaining about the house being a mess.
What the hell? He was complaining to his wife, who had been abandoned as a child. His life is easy compared to yours. You grew up without parents to teach you anything. He should know that there might be things you find more difficult than most people. That little brat. Does he really expect you to manage all the housework on your own? That's too much to ask one person to do.
Oh, I know, but...
Oh my goodness, sweetie, don't cry. I promise I can fix this. Even if you had actually done something wrong, you don't deserve to be crying like this. Come on, chin up.
I'm so sorry, Diana.
Stop apologizing to me. You have absolutely nothing to be sorry for. You didn't do anything wrong, and you don't deserve for this to happen to you. If anyone should be apologizing here, it's me. I had no idea that my son was such an awful man. I should have raised him better. I had absolutely no idea he would ever dare to do something like this. I am so disappointed in him.
No, you had no reason to know. I had no idea either. He's become a completely different person to who he was before we got married. It's like he's a stranger.
You know, if I'm being completely honest, I've always had a sort of weird feeling about Adam. Even when he was young, I felt like there was something off about him.
You thought there was something weird when he was a child?
Yes. He actually used to get in a lot of fights when he was in school. His teacher called me and asked me to come in once when he was still at elementary school.
They asked you to go in? That doesn't sound good.
Apparently, he was saying horrible things about how you should never play with a child that didn't have any parents, or whose parents were an interracial couple. Really horrible things. Obviously, it started a fight because some of the other kids found out and tried to beat him up for what he had said. He was always having problems with children that had problems with their family environment. It became a bit of a pattern with his behavior. The violence was from both sides, and often it was the other kids starting the fights, but obviously it was Adam that got in trouble with his teachers. I had to keep going in to apologize to the parents of the other students. I felt like I was at his school all the time.
I had no idea that was something that he had done.
I was always very firm with him, and I would tell him that he couldn't say things like that. I was very strict, and I would punish him every time it happened. It's completely unfair to discriminate against people. I have no idea where he learned all those stupid ideas from. I certainly don't believe any of the things he was saying. I hoped he was listening to me, but I guess everything I said was just going in one ear and coming back out of the other. I thought he'd gotten over it and learned his lesson, since the incidents became less frequent as he got older. I would never have guessed he would do something like this.
How do you think he learned all those terrible things? Where did he get those ideas from?
Well, that's what has been confusing me. His father and I have never said anything like the stuff he was coming up with, so I don't know where he could have heard it from. We had always done our best to raise him properly and to teach him to respect everyone. He was always so precious to us, since he's an only child. When he was getting into these fights, we gradually became more and more strict with him to try and teach him that it was wrong. This is all my fault. I did a bad job of raising my son, and he's turned into a dangerous menace.
No, Diana, you can't blame yourself. What have you done wrong in this situation? Some people are just built like that. It's human nature. You can't teach him to stop being who he is, even if he's a bad person. Kids raised in a good environment are still capable of turning out to be bad, and that's not something you should feel responsible for.
Even if that is true, I had no idea I had raised the sort of man who would feel comfortable with hitting his wife on the cheek. I am so upset and disappointed by all of this, truly. Eleanor, you have to divorce him, okay?
Diana, what?
He's not good enough to be your husband, especially after doing something like this. You need to find a man who will love and support you the way you deserve. He needs to get a grip and learn how to take care of himself instead of expecting you to do everything for him.
I know, but I can't just divorce him that easily.
Don't worry about it. You know I'm right, and I'll be here for you for whatever you need when you do get divorced. Come on, free yourself. Live your life. Do the things you want to do. You should come and live with us as our daughter. You don't need to try and find your own place.
Are you serious?
From the moment I first met you, I've always felt like you really were the daughter I never had. You are the little girl I dreamed of having for so long. You remember what I told you, right? About how sick I got after I gave birth to Adam. I couldn't even think of getting pregnant again, but I desperately wanted to have a son and a daughter. You have no idea how hard it was to realize I would never have that. I was actually thinking about adopting a child, but I hesitated since I've been getting older. I worried about being able to play with them and be there for them as they grew up. The day you walked into her house and introduced yourself, it felt like fate. It was a real sign from the universe that we were meant to be family. I promise I will love you like my own flesh and blood for the rest of my life. I might not have grown you myself or given birth to you, but I truly feel as though you are my own daughter. Seeing a precious girl like you crying and upset after being hit by your own husband, I just can't stand for it. How could anyone expect me to stand by and not do anything? He may be my son, but he should brace himself for the storm I'm going to bring his way. He clearly thinks this is some sort of game. You don't need to put up with this and live with such an awful man. There's no need for you to be brave anymore. I'm here, and I'm going to help you through this.
Thank you, Diana. You have no idea what this means to me.
I'm going to cut him off so he can't even come into our house anymore. He's dead to me, I swear. I'm going to punish him for what he's done to you. He's no son of mine anymore. Don't worry about telling Luke what happened. I can explain everything to him later. Just know that we're going to get you divorced and you will be just fine. We're going to get rid of your husband. If you're struggling to hold yourself together, I completely understand. Adam will probably try and make you give up, but me and Luke will help you to stick to it and be free of him, okay?
I'd never seen Diana as upset as she was that day. Normally, she was a very cheerful, positive person and nothing seemed to faze her. Listening to her talk and give me all her advice, I suddenly realized something that I hadn't thought about before. I was going to try and work things out, but she made me realize that my marriage was all wrong. It isn't just about you and your husband, but your families too. Hearing his own mother, who had such a close relationship to my husband, telling me that I needed to leave him just made me more certain. He had been gaslighting me into thinking I was doing something wrong. I had such low self-esteem and confidence for my whole life that I didn't even realize what was going on until someone else pointed it out to me. Finally, my mother-in-law got me to snap out of it and realize that I was a victim. How many people would have sympathized with me in this situation instead of siding with their own son? I am so grateful that she was so understanding and supportive. And at the end of the day, it was me that she decided to take into her arms, not her abusive son. She told me she was certain that he was the person who had done something wrong, and reminded me that I shouldn't feel guilty or blame myself for what had happened. Knowing that she was in my corner and hearing her view on the situation finally gave me the confidence I needed. I had the confidence of knowing that I could make it on my own, with the support of the people in my life who loved and cared for me.
Hey, where the hell have you been all this time? I thought I told you to have dinner ready and waiting for me when I got out of the shower. I came back into the kitchen and you were nowhere to be seen. Do you have any idea how long you were gone for?
I'm not going to listen to you if you're just yelling at me, so try to calm down.
What? Are you seriously gonna take that attitude with me? The way you're acting makes it seem as if you actually want to get a divorce. Are you crazy? How could you do this to your own husband, just running off like that? Get out of here, I can't even look at you. If you really want to go running away like that, you might as well get lost now. Go on, get out.
Sure, I'm happy to do whatever you want, so I don't mind leaving.
What?
I am happy to agree to a divorce just like you wanted. Come on, let's just get it over with. We can file the paperwork as soon as possible.
God, you're acting as if you got hit on the head by something hard. Have you lost your mind? Do you really understand what's going on here? You are gonna be a divorced woman if you actually agree to this, you know? Are you simple or just stupid? You can't even cook. Do you really think that you would last a day on your own? Don't make me laugh.
Well, you were the first one to suggest it. Let's do it. Let's get a divorce. We might as well get it over with while we're both in agreement. It makes things much easier than going through a whole court process. Here, I brought the papers with me. All you have to do is sign them. I marked all the bits where you need to put your signature.
What? What are you talking about?
It doesn't even matter who suggested it first, really, since it doesn't make much difference in the divorce itself. Besides, none of this is important anymore. It's not like I'm going to keep talking to you after everything is finalized and we're officially divorced. I doubt you have anything useful to say, so you might as well just shut up and sign the papers.
Oh, shut up and sign the papers? Are you crazy?
Why do you keep asking me if I'm crazy? Surely you should have expected that. You knew I didn't learn anything from my parents after all. Come on now, just sign the papers and let's be done with this. Can't you learn some new things to say too? I'm getting bored of the same old complaints and questions. I've practically memorized everything you say. I can predict your every move. You should really switch it up sometimes, be a bit creative.
The nerve of you.
Oh, that's another thing actually. You know how you always used to tell me I never learned anything when I was growing up? Well, don't you think it might be you who never learned? Remember, I graduated from a much better college than you. I may not have had the same upbringing as you, since I didn't have parents of my own, but I'm not stupid. I hate hearing how I never learned anything. I learned how to be tough, and have the grit to get through anything. What about you, though? You just work in a shop like some regular guy. You're really nothing special. In fact, I don't even really know what you do. It's just too boring and forgettable.
What? Nothing special?
Don't you think you could earn more money if you worked in an office or something? You're never gonna go anywhere with a retail job. My salary has always been higher than yours. It's one of the main reasons I decided to get an office job so I could support myself. Do you remember what you said to me about it? Oh yes, that's it. You told me I should be a full-time housewife so that you could keep your job and you wouldn't have to suffer having a wife with her own job. Now that I think about it, it's actually not funny. It's almost like you were trying to make me dependent on you.
You think I said that?
Yes, I remember it clearly. You were trying to make it seem like it would be so good if I quit my job, and that I would be so much happier staying at home all day. Did you feel threatened by having a wife that earned more money than you? Did it make you feel like less of a man? Why on earth did you think I would want to quit my job to become a helpless stay-at-home mom, completely financially dependent on my husband? You don't even have a full-time career.
Oh, be quiet. Sure, maybe you were earning a lot when you were still working at your old job. It's irrelevant now, though, isn't it? You're just another incompetent stay-at-home wife. Do you genuinely think that you would do better on your own and divorcing me than just staying as my wife? How do you expect to survive on your own? Sure, let's get a divorce. See what happens. Even if you do sign the paperwork and go through with it, I know you're only gonna come crawling back and beg me to help you. Don't come crying to me when you realize your mistake and regret everything.
Sure thing, honey. Don't you worry about me, though. Just sign the paperwork quickly and let's get this over with. All the abuse my husband tried to hurl at me had no effect anymore. I knew that I had done nothing to deserve it. Instead of getting upset like I used to, I decided to make a note of all the terrible things he said to me and use them as evidence in our divorce settlement. Eventually, Adam signed the divorce papers. He was so angry about it, I almost thought he was going to rip them up instead. I wanted to get everything finalized quickly, so I went to the court as soon as I had his signature. I was worried that I might lose my nerve if I let things go on for too long. On my way back home after I dropped off the papers, my husband seemed very shaky and anxious. I asked him if he thought a girl like me wouldn't be able to survive on her own, without a man like him to support her. He kept making such a fuss about how useless and incompetent I was. In the end, I stopped trying to convince him that I could make it on my own and just handed him a suitcase with a few of his things already packed in it.
Wait a second, what is this?
What do you mean? Obviously, it's a suitcase so you can get out of here.
You're giving me a suitcase? Why the hell would I need this?
Are you stupid? Like I just said, I'm telling you to get out. I refuse to live with you for a moment longer.
What?
Do you want me to say it again? Here is a bag full of your stuff. Now kindly get out of my house.
Don't make me laugh. How do you think you're gonna pay for everything without a husband? You're such a stupid woman, but apparently you have a really inflated sense of confidence.
What are you talking about?
Don't overrate yourself. Do you have any idea how pathetic and undesirable you are? Especially now that you're a divorced woman. You're just some stupid single woman with no real family. What man would want you? You're gonna be alone forever now. You're the one who should be getting out of here.
Why do I have to leave, though?
You still don't get it. Oh my god. Hey, this is my mom's house, okay? Do you understand that? Do you realize what that means? That the place you're living in belongs to your ex-husband's mother. This place is gonna be mine before too long. Why would you be the one who kept living here?
Oh, really?
God, you are so dumb. I had no idea that you were actually this stupid. It's almost impressive. I don't know why you're cursing me out like this. It isn't gonna work. There are so many dumb girls like you in the world. You're worthless.
Adam, you're the stupid one.
Hey, how dare you say something like that?
You think this place is as good as yours just because it belongs to your mom? That's actually really funny. You're gonna make me start laughing. Did you ask your mom about what she was gonna do with the place? Has she already told you that she's gonna give it to you one day soon? I wouldn't be so confident if I were you.
Why would I bother to ask her about it? I'm her son, of course she's gonna give it to me. Even if she doesn't give it to me right away, I'll still just inherit it when she dies.
Oh, do you think so? I don't remember her ever mentioning anything about leaving it to you in her will, though. That seems strange.
I'm her only child, so I just automatically inherit everything my parents own when they die. They don't have to say it specifically, it just happens. It's literally a given. Clearly, you don't know anything about inheritance law, or you would have known this already. I would suggest you stop yelling at me like this anyway. It doesn't look good to kick someone out of their own home. Maybe I'll press charges against you.
Hearing you saying all of that, I'm beginning to think you don't actually understand the situation here at all. Do you not understand what's going on?
You're the one who doesn't understand.
No, it's definitely you. Has your mom not told you that she's cutting you off? She's having you taken off their family register.
What, me? She's gonna cut me off? I'm her son.
Yeah, that's right. I was talking to her about everything that had happened, and she was so upset and disappointed, and said she didn't want a man like that in her family.
Don't make me laugh. Did you dream all of this? She would never do that to me.
No, I'm dead serious. She said she was done with you after you mistreated your wife.
Oh, come on now, be sensible here. Are you really this stupid? She would never cut me off. I'm her only child. There was nothing strange about her giving her house to her son. That's just the way things go. Do you have any idea what kind of person my mom is? She wants to protect me and take care of me. Of course she's gonna give me this place. She's raised me with so much love and affection. Do you really think she would throw me out and abandon me like that?
Sure, you might be her only son, but she said that was her plan. She told me she was going to cut you off and that you wouldn't inherit a single thing. She was so disappointed that the child that she raised and brought up would turn out like this. She was so embarrassed and tried to reassure me that she never knew you would be so horrible to me. She's done with you, you know. Actually, it was her that told me to kick you out of this place and take it for myself.
Now stop kidding around. I know you're lying. Do you really think I would believe a single word of what you're saying? It's totally insane.
If you don't believe me, then maybe you should just ask your mom about it yourself. You can just pack your stuff up and leave it outside in the meantime. I mean, it's not like you paid for any of the furniture or anything, so it shouldn't be too difficult for you to clear everything out. I feel sorry for you, looking so tragic. So I'll even let you take some clothes if that'll help you on your way.
Oh, shut up. Get your hands off my bag too. That is mine. Put my stuff down and get out. You're the one who should be leaving, not me. Mom, open the door. Let me in.
God, stop making such a fuss. You're being way too loud. What are you doing trying to knock my door down in the middle of the night? Are you trying to wake up the whole neighborhood?
Surely you know why I'm here. Why do you think I'm outside your door so late? I'm your son. Let me in.
Was I supposed to be waiting around for you to turn up here? Obviously, I was asleep. It's the middle of the night. What else would I be doing? Why can't you understand that? This is not a normal time to turn up at someone's house.
Still, your son is here, so...
So what if my son is here? Ah, you must have finished the divorce paperwork, right? Is that what this is about? I spoke to Eleanor on the phone earlier and she mentioned that you were almost done getting everything signed.
What? What do you mean? You knew this the whole time that we were getting a divorce?
Of course I knew. I'm the one who told her she needed to leave you. I've been encouraging her every step of the way.
You told her to do this? My own mom?
Are you seriously surprised by this? I know exactly what you did to that poor girl. How dare you act like you don't know what's going on?
Are you kidding me? Did she come running to you after everything happened? I can't believe that you would side with her instead of your own son. Is that how this all happened? I guess this is what I get for marrying a trash can kid. I should have known better.
Hey, what did you just say? How dare you say that about poor Eleanor? Do you think she wanted to be abandoned by her own parents? Don't you think you're the one who's in the wrong here? You have loving parents who raised you well.
Mom, what the hell?
I never thought this could be true. I was so sure there was some other explanation. I can't believe you would say something like that in front of me, knowing the problems we've had in the past with you saying hurtful things like that. How can you judge her for her parents' actions? What have you done that's so great? Do you really think you're better than her? You've been saying these kinds of backwards, judgmental things ever since you were little. It seemed to calm down as you got older, and I hoped that you had grown up and moved past it. I thought you'd realized that you were wrong and started treating everyone with the respect they deserve. If I had known this was going to happen, I would never have given my blessing for your marriage. It's all I can do to hold myself back from beating some sense into you right now.
Mom, what the hell? Why are you being like this?
What do you mean? Are you dumb? This is the only way to react to the kinds of things you've been saying and doing. The way you treated that girl is totally inhumane. Eleanor has told me everything about how you've been behaving to her and the way you've been acting since you got married. You told her she must never have learned anything because she didn't have parents? How could you be so cruel? You will never manage to find another woman that's better than her. She is 100 times better than you will ever be.
Mom, there is so much that you don't know about this whole situation. Do you have any idea what a mess she made in the house? She was supposed to keep everything clean and tidy. That is her job. Besides, she's such a bad cook. She was burning dinner every night and acting like I should be grateful.
Don't make me laugh. Do you think you have any skills? What makes you better than her? It's not like you know how to cook or clean. You've never done a day's housework in your life. You can't even make toast without starting a small fire.
Mom, that is so unfair.
Did you think I really didn't know what was going on? I've been watching the two of you this whole time. Don't try and tell me you're some kind of talented, successful young man. You can't even do basic chores. Did you honestly believe we would never find out about how you've treated poor Eleanor? Or maybe you wanted your marriage to fail this whole time, and you were deliberately trying to ruin it. I always thought you were the perfect son, and once you grew up a bit, you never caused any problems. Now I realize that you were the problem all along. This is all your own fault. You've been treating your poor wife like your own personal servant, and now you have to pay the price.
Oh my God, just shut up and just leave me alone. Why am I the problem here? Do you think it's reasonable to put your daughter-in-law ahead of your own son? Why are you just believing everything she says about me? She's just some orphan girl with no parents. I took her in and was so kind to her, and now you're treating me like a criminal? She was my wife. It's normal to expect her to quit her job and stay at home. Her duty to me is to cook and clean and keep the house.
Look at this kid. Even after his divorce, he still has so much to learn. Do you think there's something wrong with her just because she didn't have the same things as you when she was growing up, huh? Does she have to do everything you say just because you decided to marry her?
Yes, she does. You always listened to Dad, and you stayed home raising me when I was growing up. You cooked him 3 meals a day, making him food to take to work, and kept the house looking spotless all the time. Is that too much to ask of my wife, too? She should take care of her husband and her in-laws, and do a perfect job of all the housework and chores. All I wanted was to build the same kind of family that I had growing up. I don't understand why that is so unreasonable. I wanted a sensible wife who would live at home and support me when I went out and earned money for our family. I'm a great husband. Why would she want any more than me? She's a very lucky woman to be married to a man like me. Ow, ow, Dad, what the hell? Why did you just slap me?
We've listened to you spouting nonsense for long enough. I don't need to hear any more from you. It's clear that you're just a bad guy.
I could have never imagined that my son would turn out to be such a huge disappointment.
Oh, honey, when did you wake up?
I heard all the noise outside and it woke me up. Once I realized what was going on, I thought I'd better come out and sort this out.
Dad, why the hell would you just hit me? That really hurt. I can't believe that you would have done that to me.
You're lucky I only slapped you the once. After what you've done, you deserved much worse. Don't you think you've hurt your mother and I more, hearing about what a terrible man our son turned out to be? Maybe I need to slap you a few more times to knock some sense into you, since you clearly still haven't learned your lesson.
Dad!
Do you think your mother is going to support you after what you've done? Did you think we would accept you again and let you just come and live with us? Don't be stupid. You're no son of ours anymore. We can never forgive you from what you've done. You'd better get out of here and don't even think of showing your face to us again. We're done with you.
No, but listen to me.
Sure, I know that your mom did an incredible job of raising you. She gave you so much love and care. Oh, we both thought you were going to grow up to be a fine young man. My mom and dad raised me to know that both parents need to do their bit, and they would both help around the house to get everything done. I tried so hard to raise you the same way, but it just ended up making more sense for your mom to stay home with you while I went to work. But you should know that I never expected your mom to be the only one making sacrifices. I always knew that we were a team, and the work she did was just as important as me going out and earning money for our family.
What? What do you mean?
Your mom staying here and taking care of you meant that I could focus on my career outside of the house. I could go for promotions and work overtime when I needed to, so that I could earn more money to support my wife and son. Everything that I had achieved is thanks to your mom for supporting me through every difficult time in our lives. I will always be grateful to her for leaving her job and spending her life raising you, and I know that she did an incredible job. I always did my best to help with the housework when I could, because I knew how hard she worked taking care of our son.
Wait, are you serious? You would help with the cleaning? I never saw you doing any of that stuff.
Of course you did. There were some places that your mom struggled to clean, like the tops of the cabinets or under the sofas, so I would help with those jobs whenever I could. I would take you out to the park and play catch with you so that your mom could have some peace and quiet to get some rest. I might not have been able to take all the pressure of running the household off of her shoulders, but I wanted to make sure that she got some time to herself to relax. I always thought I taught you to behave the same way when you were married, and treat your wife with the respect she deserves. I just don't know what I did wrong to have you turn out like this.
What do you mean?
You complain about the house being dirty and untidy, but never do anything to help her. She works hard to prepare dinner for you every night, and all you do is tell her that it's tasteless and that she's a bad cook. And then what did you do? You slapped her like some kind of rabid dog just because she tried to call you out? How dare you? Your number one priority should be giving your wife a good life, and instead you decided to abuse her.
She wasn't making any effort. It was totally unfair. The house was filthy and her cooking was bad. It was like living in a stable.
When you were growing up and complained about food, your mom and I would eat it to stop it going to waste, and there was never anything wrong with it. You're just too demanding and picky. What the hell is wrong with you that you thought your reaction to her cooking was reasonable? Did you think we would never find out about how you were behaving just because you don't live with us anymore? That clever young woman came to us straight away for help. She trusted you and married you because she thought you were a good man. How could you betray her trust like this? Was anything you complained about really that big of an issue? Or were you just nitpicking and trying to find a fault in her? Is that really the kind of ideal family you want? The kind of family where you just make your wife sacrifice her dreams so that you can achieve yours? Does that sound fair? Eleanor has been quietly suffering ever since the two of you got married. What kind of a man are you that you would force your own wife to do something like that for you?
Oh, Dad, come on.
When you were young, your mom tried to reason with you and explain why the ideas you had were wrong. I should have stepped up then and given you a beating. That would have taught you a real lesson about giving people respect, regardless of their backgrounds. Do you think that your mom and I never hit you when you were growing up because you were just such a great kid? No, we were trying to raise you right and teach you that violence isn't a way of making people do what you want. Now look at you, getting divorced because you did exactly what we wanted you not to do, and you won't even acknowledge that this is all your own fault. And then, as if that wasn't enough, you come over here and yell at my wife, your own mother? Get out. Don't you ever think of coming back either.
Dad, please. Look, I was wrong, okay?
Don't make me laugh. You had better not go back to the other house where your ex-wife is living either. She deserves better than having to see you again. Go and find yourself another place right now because you're not welcome here anymore. You are never going to visit us here again. Get out of here. If you so much as think about coming back, we will report you to the cops for stalking. I never want to see you again. I told you to hand over the cash.
And I told you that I don't have anything on me.
Do you expect us to believe that? Come on, give us your wallet. I bet if you search for long enough, you'll be able to find something valuable for us.
Just hang on a second. I'm an adult. You guys are just kids. You can't be more than 18, right?
So what?
Well, you see,
this is why you should be showing us more respect. Now give us the cash before we stop being so nice to you.
Please, I don't have any money on me. Oh God, what am I supposed to do? You punks, do your mom and dad know that you're out here mugging innocent people?
You know, I was gonna try not to see any blood today. I didn't think we need to use the knife. This guy is making me mad though, so maybe I'm gonna change my mind. Hang on, man. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Get out of my way. Anyway, I don't have any parents, so why would they know what I'm up to? So this is what an orphan normally looks like. I knew it. They're all criminals.
What did you just say to me? Say that again. Go on. What was that you said about kids with no parents? Come on now. Don't be shy.
No, it was nothing. I didn't say anything. I swear.
Do you have a mom and dad, old man?
Huh? I mean, yeah, I do.
I knew it. Of course you would look down on me just because I'm an orphan. You're just as judgmental as the rest of them. I'm gonna teach you a lesson today. You're gonna know how it feels. Come on, get him! Punch him in the face!
Oh, please, ow! Ow! I learned my lesson, I promise. Just stop hitting me. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, I still don't feel like you really understand. People like you can never know what it feels like. Come on!
Ow! Ow!
Hey, you. Is it my fault I don't have a mom or a dad? Do you think I did something wrong? Tell me. Go on, be honest.
No, absolutely not. You did nothing wrong.
Well then, why would you curse me out like that? Who do you think you are? I've suffered in life because I was on my own, but you're the one who's gonna be in pain by this time tomorrow. I'm gonna make you regret saying that to me. How dare you? Get back here!
Ouch! Please, stop!
Bro, stop it. You're gonna kill him. He's not worth it, honestly. Get him up. Huh? Oh, what did you say?
I told you to get him up. Make him stand up.
Yeah, sir, wake up. Come on, get up.
Oh my God, that hurts so bad. My whole body is aching. I feel like I'm bruised all over. Oh, those little punks. I'm gonna die here, I know it. Mom, Dad, please save me.
My ex-husband finally went running off after his father's angry shouting. I think Adam felt the seriousness of what his dad was saying, and he disappeared like a dog with his tail between his legs. I expected seeing Luke so angry scared him, since he's normally such an easygoing and positive man. It's the kind of thing that would have anyone shaking out of fear, knowing that you've managed to upset someone who is usually never not smiling. Soon enough, Adam came back trying to apologize and saying he knew he was wrong, but my mother and father-in-law kicked him out straight away. I doubt he will come back again. His mom yelled at him that he was no son of hers after he treated his wife like an animal. I could tell how disappointed Diane and Luke were about how their son turned out. Despite how much they had loved him, they saw this as a deep betrayal and were serious about cutting him off. As soon as we had finalized the divorce, my ex-in-laws helped me to file a lawsuit against my ex-husband for what he had done to me during our marriage. We had conclusive evidence of frequent verbal abuse and the physical abuse of when he hit me in the face, so he didn't stand a chance at defending himself. Adam ended up being forced to hire a very expensive lawyer in an attempt to defend himself against charges of domestic abuse, which would hopefully ruin his career. Of course, his parents never gave him a penny towards his legal fees, and he lost the case. Not only that, but he then had to use what little savings he had to pay me alimony and compensation. Since everything was sorted out, I heard that my ex-husband has been moving around his friends' houses and sleeping on sofas. He never talks about what happens, and he earns just enough to keep himself fed. Still, now all of his friends are getting married too, and who wants to live with their domestic abuser friend? Slowly, they're all kicking him out of their lives too, and he's more and more alone. None of his friends or their wives were comfortable with him crashing at their houses for very long, so he moved around all the time. He seems to be spending most of his time now trying to get in touch with friends who still don't know about what he did. Eventually, he ran out of friends to stay with completely, and I heard from someone that he's renting a tiny dark studio in a bad part of town. Of course, he has absolutely no idea how to keep a house clean, so apparently the place looks like a huge garbage dump inside. His neighbors have even started to complain about the smell as the trash starts to rot slowly. His career has gone to hell as well. Some of his colleagues are married, some single and some divorced, but they all agree that what he did was totally wrong. Not one of them is sympathetic to the situation he's stuck in now. I guess he's living his life like some kind of invisible man, and none of his coworkers will speak to him unless they're talking about work. None of them are interested in being his friend. I mean, I have no interest in his life anymore, so all I know is what I hear from other people. Meanwhile, I've become closer than ever with my former in-laws and new parents. They call me from time to time for a chat and to see how I'm doing, and I love to keep in touch with them. I visit them occasionally so that we can have dinner together, and we've even been on a couple of weekend road trips when we all have the time. These days, I feel like I really am their daughter. Now that their good-for-nothing son is out of the picture, the three of us are living a peaceful, happy life together. Our days are full of love and laughter. I think it was Diana's words to me when I ran to her in the middle of the night that made me feel truly safe with them. I knew that she was being genuine, and she has never let me down or made me feel forgotten. I was worried that my life might be over after my divorce, but my new parents picked me up and helped me find myself again. They have been the kindest, most generous, and supportive people I could have asked to have in my life. Thanks to them, I managed to get a job and recover the career I used to love, and now I'm happy and excited to go to work again every day. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.